Saldivia a couple of years older. They both came in looking good on the scales. Kell Brook will certainly have bulked up a little bit. Just a 1 inch reach difference. Saldivia with that reputation of having a bit of a bang. Look at that knockout percentage, 74%. Brook is going to have to watch that. Saldivia's been around the block a little bit as well.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Sport in association with Samson Boxing proudly presents the Betfair. This is it. 12 rounds of boxing in a final eliminator for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. Sponsored here by Betfair, don't settle for less, Scots and North Fire, and we are live on Sky Sports HD from Yorkshire. It's Fight Night Live! All the officials have been appointed by the International Boxing Federation and the British Boxing Board of Control. Supervisor from Phoenix, USA, Aaron Kaiser. Steward in charge from the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. Charlie Giles. Timekeeper at the bell from Sheffield, Mr. Barry Pinder. And working the corners red and blue, Inspectors Alistair Hayes and Barry Coulson. Our 3 scoring judges. From South Africa, Alfred Bokwane. From England, Phil Edwards. And from Canada, Pasquale Procopio. The referee in charge of the action from Doncaster, England, Mr. Howard Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black and white trunks and weighing in at 10 stone, 6 pounds, 8 ounces, a 43 fight record, 41 wins, 32 inside the scheduled distance, and just 2 defeats. He comes to the ring ranked number 3 by the IBF. Ladies and gentlemen, from Argentina, where he is known as El Tigre, Hector Saldivia. And now, here we go, introducing to you, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red trunks, trimmed with gold, weighing in at 10 stone and 6 pounds. He is undefeated. 28 contests, 28 wins, 18 inside the scheduled distance. Coming to the ring as the former undefeated British champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the WBA and IBF International and Intercontinental Welterweight Champion and the fighting pride of Sheffield, England. It's the special one, Kell Brook. So sports fans and Sky Sports fans, this is it. The final hurdle, 12 rounds in a final eliminator for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the World.
Both in the dressing room, you both know what I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads, good luck to you both, touch gloves.
Well, the people of Sheffield have certainly ramped it up a notch or 2. This place is buzzing. Now let's see if Kell Brook has ramped it up. That upper body looks in terrific shape. He's clearly been working hard in the gym. He's clearly been taking on board what his nutritionist has been telling him and his strength and conditioning coach. They both say he's ready to go 12 rounds plus. Well, let's see if he's learned the lessons from Carson Jones and how it all so nearly went wrong for Kell Brook. And let's see what Hector Saldivia can bring to the party as well, as he is definitely not here just for a night out. This is a huge night for the Argentinian as well.
Well, we know the Jones fight must have an effect on Kell Brook. So what will it be? Will he be happy that he's sorted out all his faults, or will he be questioning his punching power at the top level? Will he be questioning his stamina over the 12 rounds? He hasn't had a chance to prove that yet. This is where he gets the chance. Will he be prepared to set a pace right from the off here?
Well, that's the blueprint, isn't it? Everybody knows how to make Kell Brook suffer. Just put pressure on. Put the foot down. See if you can knock him out of his rhythm. Let's see if Saldivia will try and do that. And if he does, how will Brook respond? He's had terrific specialist help from Dave Hector, the strength and conditioning coach at Sheffield Hallam University, and from Dave Stacker, a nutritionist in Sheffield, who's a big boxing fan, who said, I watched him. I didn't know him. I watched him. I could see he was doing it all wrong. I could see he was dehydrating and starving himself. And it's such a scientific business now, especially at this level, Jim. You've got to get all the bases covered, and that includes your diet as well.
Yeah, so important. Just having my first look, really. Saldivia, I mean, he's cute enough, he's showing little feints, he knows he can't march forward, he knows he's found out already how difficult it is to get close to Kell Brook, but he's not doing anything silly, he's keeping a cool head, he's keeping a tight defence, so he's going about the job the right way. That was good work there from him. First impressions that he's not all that bad.
And he certainly isn't going to sit back and let Brook dictate his pace, but that was a nice right hand from the Sheffield man. And there's another throw.
That was a terrific punch. I was just about to say, if you can put this guy on the back foot, you'll take away a lot of what he has. Well, he's done more than that.
He went in a round in his American debut against Saldivia a couple of years ago. Is he going to go inside a round here? Brook's got 30 seconds to try and finish him off.
I think Saldivia is in shock at the moment. He knows he's hurt. He knows he has to cover up. He just did not see that punch coming.
And if the atmosphere was electric in here before, it is red hot now. A little word from Howard Foster as that body shot went in, pushing down from Brook. And is Saldivia going to hear that first bell?
But this is exactly what you want to do to an opponent who's travelled halfway across the world. Don't give him any confidence, don't let him feel any comfort. Terrific start for Brook.
He picked a peach of a shot and couldn't have landed it better. And they're already in crisis mode in the Saldivia camp. Robinson Zamora and his team have got some work to do here, because Brook has shown already that he's got the power to hurt this man.
Yeah, but Saldivia didn't do anything all that wrong. He was showing little feints, he was keeping his defences up, but a terrific shot. Brook just timed it perfectly, stepped right in with a shot. I mean, as I say, Saldivia seemed to know what he was about. The elbow and the back of the head there, I think that was one of the things that he complained about, obviously accidental, as you can see. But look how solid Brook looks. Flattening his feet, widening his stance and digging in the shots. That was the uppercut. Nobody saw that one coming. Beautiful punch.
The timing was perfect. And there's a real sense of purpose about Kell Brook here. Round two. Hector Saldivia, El Tigre, on the floor and hurt in the first round. And hurt again from that right hook and backing up. And Brook is showing some serious power here. And Saldivia is in the eye of the storm.
And he knows he's in big trouble. I mean, he backed off straight away there. He knows he cannot trade with Brook. His problems have just trebled in one round.
Looking to land a little left-hand counter there, Brook. Was looking composed and solid. Picking his shots really well, and that was wild from Saldivia, who is getting marked up already as well.
Saldivia did get some power into those swings. They didn't land, but he did get some power into them.
Well, that's his best chance, catching another left, and he's really marked up around that right eye, Jim, already. Well, we thought it was Saldivia was the man that was bringing the power. We got that wrong. It's Brook.
Yeah, Brook's done everything right so far. If he's in punching range, he's letting punches go, then he's getting himself out of there. Saldivia walking onto the shots. Still little signs of danger from Saldivia. I do believe he is a dangerous puncher, but he just can't find the target.
There's another right hand that wobbles Saldivia. Right across the guard. Accurate. Quick stuff. Howard Foster not happy though. Use of the elbow. Well, Howard Foster comes from down the road in Doncaster, but he's not going to be shown any favouritism to the Sheffield man.
I mean, that was a reflex action. He get his own punches off. He knew the counter was coming back, so he just used the elbow defensively as opposed to aggressively. Did the right thing. These are beautiful punches.
There's some real purpose to these shots as well. He's packing a lot of power behind these punches.
I mean, just a push over. He just looks so strong and so confident in what he's doing at the moment, Brook. So focused as well. You can see the concentration.
Great combination again. Snap back the head of Saldivia. And he is boxing like a man who's been stung by all this criticism, Kell Brook. Now Saldivia trying to find something. The inside uppercut. That didn't work. Brook's boxing like a man with a big point to prove. He's been questioned, he's been criticised, and let's face it, a lot of that has been justified, and he seems determined to answer his critics in the best possible way here. Terrific start for him.
I think Saldivia knows he can't box his way close. He's trying to let some swings go. He does have power, but they're crude. Those are good shots. You can see the power. That's a good shot.
Betfair, sponsors of boxing on Sky Sports.
Play Fred on your mobile with a free £5 on our fantastic selection of games. Brand new to Betfred. Explore the world of Da Vinci Diamonds. Win again and again with the tumbling reels. Try mobile Rainbow Riches with its 3 bonus rounds. Go on the prowl with Wolf Run, a 5-reel 40 payline slot with stacked wild symbols for extra chances to win. Or try your hand at mobile blackjack, roulette and video poker. Check out betfred.com on your mobile to get your free £5 now. Or text FREE to 89660.
He was like, what's the crowd like at the All Lips? Mate, you've got 10,000 people in there for you. Stop panicking.
Fight it from up here, boom. Don't be throwing it from here. Keep your hands up tight. Bang an eye.
Dominic
and then downstairs.
A few moments ago telling his man just to keep the jab going, because there was a warning sign there right at the end of that round that Saldivia isn't finished yet.
They landed a good left hook right on the bell, and yep, there it goes. So, certainly does have the power.
Let's see if Brook will listen to his trainer. Just keep working that jab, which was so successful. A lot flowing off that jab in the first round, including the uppercut that puts Saldivia on the floor. And there it goes again. And he's got it again. Straight away. I'm not sure Saldivia's going to recover from that. He's in real trouble.
That was so well timed, that punch. That was a beautiful punch. It's all over. It's all over.
Timing was perfect. And Kell Brook is the real thing. We had our questions. They were legitimate questions. Boy, did Kell Brook give us some answers tonight.
Well, he told us he wanted to produce excitement on the way towards a world title, but he did that last time out, and he's done it in spades tonight. His punching was so precise, it was powerful, and that finishing shot was as well delivered a punch as I've seen in a long time. Used the force of Saldivia coming forward. Beautiful punch, hardly travelled, and as soon as it landed, the fight was over. Saldivia did make it back up to his feet again, but referee Howard Foster knew it was over. No way he can allow it to continue, and no argument from the Argentine.
It destroyed him, Jim. We saw it, just a straight shot, perfectly timed, as Saldivia was walking onto it, and you knew from the moment he went down he was not going to get up.
No, you can just see the effect the punch had. Starts to get up straight away. Disappointed in himself that he finds himself on the floor. Thinks he's okay, but when he tries to stand, the legs will not obey him. And look, no argument when the referee starts the fight. He knew he'd been in the ring tonight with a better man. Terrific shot, just so well timed. Bang! I mean, it was pretty much a jab. From my angle, I thought it was a left hook. But it was a straight jab, straight right in with the shot. I'm forever saying a jab should be a weapon, not a rangefinder. Well, that certainly was a weapon, and look at the result.
Talk about listening to your coach. You heard Dominic Ingle say, use your jab, and he listened. He'd already found a rangefinder with it, and then he destroyed the Argentinian with the second one.
Yep, Saldivia had to take some chances. He was being totally outboxed. He had to take some chances to get his punches on. But terrific. What a finishing punch. What a performance. And look at the crowd here. The place is packed. And well on the way now to stardom.
And now Kell Brook also knows that this strength and conditioning stuff, this nutritionist, it works. It pays a dividend. It produces a result. He'll believe in all this stuff now, and there's really no telling how far he can go. That was an unbelievably convincing performance. Really back to his very best. And all the questions we had, as I say, we got our answers, Jim.
Yeah, and I wondered with the fight he had and the questions he had to answer against Jones, if he'd have come in with a different approach, maybe taking things easy, worrying about the distance. Quite the opposite. He took the fight on for the scruff of the neck straight away, and an early night.
Ladies and gentlemen, 28 seconds of the third round. The referee has stopped the contest. Saldivia in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner and through to challenge for the coveted world title, your #1 son, the pride of Sheffield, England, the special one, Kell Brook.
Enjoy the moment, Kell Brook. What a performance, what a show in Sheffield. The Motorpoint Arena stands as one. Kell Brook, so impressive. We'll get reaction from Carl Frosch, from Glenn McCrory and Johnny Nelson. We'll hear from Kell Brook himself, and there's the best from a busy undercard here, including former amateur star Scotty Cardle. That's still to come on this fight night.